Hello everyone, welcome to NCRT 6 to 10 class in short. Today we will be discussing the first chapter of grade 6 geography, the earth in the solar system. As in the name, we will be discussing about the sun, our planets, our earth and all other celestial bodies in this chapter. Before moving to the video, if you really like the video, like, share, comment, subscribe the channel and enable the bell icon. Click all for getting all the notifications. How beautiful is it to watch the sky after the sunset? You can see small dot-like structures of which the numbers are increasing as time passes. How beautiful the sky is to look now. You can see the whole sky is filled with the tiny shining objects. They are shining very beautifully like diamonds. Now, if you examine carefully, you can see that some of these tiny objects are shining, but some are not. Along with this, you can also see our moon in different shapes at different positions in different nights. You can see the full moon once in a month, and this day we call it as full moon night or Purnima. A fortnight later, you cannot see the moon at all in the sky. This night we call as new moon night or Amavasya. On this night you can watch the sky the best, provided it is a clear night. But why can't we see the moon and all those bright tiny objects during the daytime? It is the sun that hinders all this night sight. Due to its brightness, we cannot see these objects during daytime. The sun, the moon, and all those objects that shining in the sky are called celestial bodies. Some celestial bodies are very big and hot. They are made up of gases. They have their own heat and light which they emit in large amounts. These celestial bodies are called stars. In that sense, sun is also a star as it emits its own heat and light. Countless twinkling stars in the night sky are similar to the sun, but we do not feel their heat or light, and they look so tiny because they are very far from us. You might have noticed that objects are smaller when seen from a distance. Think of the case of an aeroplane, how small it is when it is flying in the sky. Similar thing happens in the sky too. As the distance from us increases, the objects seems to become smaller and smaller. While watching the night sky, you might have noticed patterns formed by groups of stars like this. Such patterns are known as constellations. Ursa Major or Big Bear is one such constellation you can see here. Another recognizable constellation is Saptarshi. Saptarshi is a group of 7 stars which is a part of Ursa Major constellation. The term Sapta means 7 and Rishi means sages, so 7 sages. In ancient times, people used to detect the direction with the help of stars. The North Star indicates the north direction. It is also called pole star. Some celestial bodies do not have their own heat and light. They lit by the light of stars. Such bodies are called planets. The word planet comes from the Greek word planetai, which means wanderers. There are 8 different planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are the 8 planets in the solar system. From this, it's clear that the Earth in which we live is also a planet. It gets its light and heat from the sun, which is the nearest star to the earth. If we look at the earth from the moon, it will also appear to be shining just as the moon. That is, if we look the earth from a greater distance, it will also be appearing as shining like moon. The moon that we see in the sky is a satellite. It is a companion of earth and moves around it. Like earth, some other planets too have their own moons. The sun, 8 planets, satellites and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteoroids form the solar system. We often call it as a solar family with the sun as its head. Now here in this picture you can see the rotation and revolution period of each of the planets. Beginning with Mercury, one orbit around the sun, that is revolution period is 88 days, and one rotation, that means one spin around its own axis is 59 days. Now Venus, one orbit around the sun is 255 days and one rotation period is 243 days. Earth, one orbit around the sun is 365 days, that is 1 year for us, and one spin on axis is 1 day. Number of moon equal to 1 for Earth. Mars, revolution period is 687 days and rotation period is same like that of Earth, 1 day. Now moving on to Jupiter, one orbit around sun is 11 years 11 months, that is about 12 years. One spin on its own axis, that is rotation period is 9 hours 56 minutes. Number of moon equal to 53, about 53. Now Saturn, one orbit around sun is 29 years 5 months. One spin on axis, that is rotation period is 10 hours 40 minutes. Number of moon equal about 53. Then Uranus, one orbit around sun, that is revolution period is 84 years. One spin around axis, that is rotation period is 17 hours 14 minutes. Then last one Neptune, one orbit around sun, that is revolution period is 164 years. One spin on axis is 16 hours 7 minutes. Number of moon equal to 13. Now let's see some of the interesting facts about the solar system. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune have rings around them. These are belts of small debris. Saturn, which has by far the largest ring system, was known to have rings for a long time. Rings can be viewed from the Earth through powerful telescopes. Do you know Sol in Roman mythology is the sun god? Solar means related to the sun. The family of the sun is therefore called the solar system. This is how the name solar system came. Let's have a word origin first. Geography. Many words may have their origin in some other language. The word geography is an English word which is formed by combining two Greek words, ge and graphia, where ge means earth and graphia means writing. Thus, geography means writing or description of earth. Similarly, geology means study of earth, formed from ge and logia. Ge means earth and logia means to study. Similarly, geometry. Geometry is the measurement of the earth, formed from ge and metria. And the shape of the earth, geoid, is resembling the shape or form of the earth, is formed from ge and oidus. Isn't it interesting to learn the origin of words? Try to find the origin of some other words. The sun is the center of the solar system. It is huge and made up of extremely hot gases. It provides the pulling force that binds the solar system. It is the ultimate source of heat and light for the entire solar system. But that tremendous heat is not felt by us because, despite being our nearest star, it is far away from us. The sun is about 150 million kilometers away from the earth. That's why we cannot feel that much heat. Now, the planets. There are 8 planets in the solar system. In order of their distance from the sun, they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. We will be discussing each of these planets in detail. All the 8 planets move around the sun in fixed paths. These paths are elongated and are called orbits. Or we can say orbits are the paths of the planet by which it moves around the sun. Now let us see the peculiarities of each of these planets. We will begin with Mercury. Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun. It takes about only 88 days to complete one round along its orbit. Venus. It is considered as Earth's twin because its size and shape are very much similar to that of Earth. Mars. Despite the name Red Planet, it is the second smallest planet in the solar system after Mercury. Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system with a mass of more than 2.5 times that of all other planets. Saturn, with a prominent ring system, it is the second largest planet in the solar system after Jupiter. Uranus, the third largest planet in the solar system, is Uranus. Finally, Neptune, it is the farthest and the coldest known solar planet. Now, what about Pluto? You might have heard about Pluto. Till August 2006, Pluto was also considered as a planet. However, in a meeting of the International Astronomical Union, a decision was taken that Pluto, like other celestial objects discovered in recent past, may be called as dwarf planets. So, Pluto is no longer a planet now. Now let's learn about our planet, the Earth. It is the third nearest planet to the Sun and is the fifth largest planet. It is slightly flattened at its poles, and that's why its shape is described as geoid. Geoid means an Earth-like shape. The only planet with the existence of life form is Earth. Earth has many favorable features that makes the existence of life possible. Let us see those favorable conditions that makes life possible in Earth. First one, it is neither too hot nor too cold. It has air and water, which are very essential for the survival of life. The air contains life-supporting gases like oxygen. These are the main favorable conditions, and hence Earth is considered to be a unique planet in the solar system with the existence of life, from bacteria to blue whale. When we look from the outer space, the Earth appears blue because two-thirds surface is covered by water, and hence it is also called blue planet. Now about Moon. Moon is the only satellite of our Earth. Its diameter is only 1/4 that of the Earth. Do you know? A satellite is a celestial body that moves around the planets in the same way as planets move around the Sun. So satellite can be told as a celestial body which moves around the planet like planet moves around the Sun. Many of the planets have their own satellites. Moon is the satellite of the Earth. The Moon appears so big as it is the nearest celestial body to the Earth. It is about 384,400 km away from us. It moves around the Earth in about 27 days. It takes the same time to complete one spin, and hence only one side of the Moon is visible to us from the Earth. The Moon does not have conditions favorable for life. It has mountains, plains and depressions on its surface which cause to cast shadows. Asteroids. Apart from the stars, planets and satellites, there are numerous tiny bodies which also move around the Sun. These bodies are called asteroids. They are found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Scientists are of the view that asteroids are part of a planet which exploded many years back. Now about meteoroids. The small pieces of rocks which moves around the Sun are called meteoroids. Sometimes meteoroids come near the Earth and tend to drop upon it. During this process, due to friction between the air, they get heated up and burned. It causes a flash of light. Sometimes a meteor, without being completely burned, falls on the Earth and creates a hollow. Have you ever seen whitish broad band like a white glowing path across the sky on a clear starry night? It is a cluster of millions of stars. This band is the Milky Way Galaxy, of which our solar system is a part. In ancient India, it was imagined to be a river of light flowing in the sky. Thus, it was named Akash Ganga. A galaxy is a huge system of billions of stars and clouds of dust and gases. There are millions of such galaxies that make the universe. It is difficult to imagine how big the universe is. Can you relate yourself with the universe now? You are on the Earth, and the Earth is a part of the solar system. Our solar system is a part of the Milky Way Galaxy, which is part of the universe. Think about the universe and the fact that it contains millions of such galaxies. How do you fit in the picture? Just try to do it. You are there in the Earth. The Earth is a part of the solar system. Solar system is the part of a Milky Way Galaxy, and Milky Way Galaxy is the part of the universe. Now some more interesting facts about the solar system. Do you know those who study about the celestial bodies and their movements are called astronomers? Aryabhatta was a famous astronomer of ancient India. He said that the moon and stars shine due to reflected sunlight. Do you know the speed of light? Light travels at a speed of 3 lakh km per second. Even at this speed, sunlight takes about 8 minutes to reach the Earth. So, what will be the distance of the Sun from the Earth? Do you know? Neil Armstrong was the first man to step foot on the moon on 20th July 1961. As per the Indian time, it was 21st July, as there is time difference between the east and the western countries. Have you heard of human-made satellites? They are artificial bodies designed by scientists to gather information about the universe or for communication. It is carried by rocket and placed in the Earth's orbit. INSAT, IRS, EduSat, etc. are some examples of Indian artificial satellites. Many countries have developed their own artificial satellites for different purposes. Answer the following questions. How does a planet differ from a star? Answer. Stars are big and hot celestial bodies made up of gases. They have their own heat and light, which they emit in large amounts. Planets, on the other hand, do not have heat and light of their own. They are lit by the light of stars. So this is the difference. Stars have their own heat and light, while planets do not have their own heat and light. They are lit by the stars. Next question. What is meant by the solar system? What do you mean by the solar system? The answer. The solar system refers to the family of the sun. The solar system includes the sun, 8 planets and its satellites, other celestial bodies like asteroids, meteoroids and comets. So solar system includes all these things: the sun, planets, satellites and all the other celestial bodies. Next question. Name all the planets according to their distance from the sun. So we can answer it as the 8 planets as per the distance from the sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are the 8 planets as per the distance. This is according to the order: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Next, why is the Earth called a unique planet? So the answer can be given as Earth is the only planet where life exists. The conditions favorable to support life are found only on Earth. These conditions include the adaptive temperature, neither too hot nor too cold. This is the adaptive temperature, and the presence of water, air and oxygen. Of all the planets of the solar system, only Earth has all these features, so life exists in Earth, and hence Earth is called as a unique planet. Next question. Why do we see only one side of the moon always? We are seeing only one side of the moon because the moon takes 27 days to move around the earth. It takes the same time to complete one spin. That is, the revolution period as well as the rotation period of the moon is same. As a result, only one part of the moon is visible to us from the earth, and we will see the moon as keeping still. Next is a simple question. What is the universe? So it can be answered as the universe is a huge space with matter and energy. It contains millions of galaxies. Each galaxy may have millions of stars and their planets. Planets may have satellites in addition. Thus, universe contains all these along with some other celestial bodies like asteroids, meteoroids, comets, etc. It also contains gases, dust particles, clouds, light, etc. All these things all together make up the universe. Next section. Tick the correct answer. First question. A question. The planet known as the Earth's twin is option 1 Jupiter, option 2 Saturn and option 3 Venus. So which planet is known as the Earth's twin? We have studied that due to the similarity between the two planets, that means they are similar in appearance as well as similar in their mass, one of the planet among these is the Earth's twin. Which is that planet? So the answer is option 3 Venus. Venus is the Earth's twin. Next question. Which is the third nearest planet to the Sun? Options are 1 Venus, 2 Earth, 3 Mercury. So the question is, which is the third nearest planet to the Sun? This is a simple question. If you know the order of planets, we can answer it very easily. So the answer is option 2 Earth. Earth is the third nearest planet to the Sun. Next question. All the planets move around the Sun in a dash. So you have to identify the path. Option 1 circular path, second rectangular path and third elongated path. So you have to identify all the planets move around the Sun in a dash path. So the answer is elongated path. All the planets move around the Sun in an elongated path. Next question. The pole star indicates the direction to the dash. You have to identify to which direction the pole star indicates its direction. Options 1 south, 2 north, 3 east. So the pole star indicates which direction? So the answer is option 2 north. The pole star indicates the direction to the north. Next question. Asteroids are found between the orbits of dash. So So you have to identify in which of these orbits asteroids can be found. In between Saturn and Jupiter. Second, Mars and Jupiter. Third, the Earth and Mars. So asteroids can be found in between the orbits of, the answer is option 2, Mars and Jupiter. Moving on, next section is fill in the blanks. First question, a group of dash forming various patterns is called a dash. So the answer is a group of stars forming various patterns is called a constellation. So you have to write stars and constellations in the blanks. Next question, B. A huge system of stars is called dash. A huge system of stars is called a galaxy. So the answer is galaxy. Third one, C question. Dash is the closest celestial body to our Earth. Dash is the closest celestial body to our Earth. The answer is the moon. Moon is the closest celestial body to our Earth. D question. Dash is the third nearest planet to the Sun. Dash is the third nearest planet to the Sun. The answer is the Earth. Earth is the third nearest planet to the Sun. E question. Planets do not have their own dash and dash. Planets do not have their own dash and dash. We have discussed it already. Heat and light. Planets do not have their own heat and light. So that's the end of the question and answers. We will be meeting in the next video with some other MCQ questions. Until then, bye.